Disney is such a huge media conglomerate that it essentially has the pick of actors when it comes to casting them in its movies. Whether it be live action, animation, or hybrid featuring a little of both, you've seen or heard some of the biggest stars of all time playing or voicing Disney characters. Most of the time it's a big deal, and it's public knowledge which actor was playing a particular Disney character. For example, we all know that Tom Hanks voiced Woody in the Toy Story series, and Robin Williams voiced the Genie in 2 Aladdin movies. But that's not always the case. Some big actors' roles in Disney movies actually fly under the radar, and that's what this video is all about. Here are 10 famous actors you didn't know were in Disney movies. Miley Cyrus in Bolt. It's easy to forget given how things have turned out, but Miley Cyrus was once an innocent and promising young child actress. Having starred as Hannah Montana in the popular Disney Channel show of the same name, the acting world was her oyster. But did you know that she'd also appeared in a non-Hannah Montana Disney movie? Billy Ray's little girl voiced Penny, the youngster who adopted the titular canine in 2008's Bolt, a movie in which she worked alongside Hollywood legends like John Travolta and Malcolm McDowell. Corey Feldman in The Fox and the Hound. Corey Feldman made his name in the 80s as a child star, with roles in a bunch of genuinely iconic movies, including Gremlins, The Goonies, Stand By Me, The Lost Boys, and The Burbs. But his first movie role in that decade, and only the second of his career, was in Disney's 1981 offering The Fox and the Hound. The movie was about an unlikely pair of friends in the form of, you guessed it, a fox and a hound, voiced by Mickey Rooney and Kurt Russell respectively. But Feldman voiced the young version of the Hound Copper in early scenes depicting when the pair first met. Demi Moore in The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Demi Moore is best known for her racy roles in movies like Indecent Proposal, Disclosure, and Striptease. But she's actually also played a much more innocent and child-friendly voice role in a classic Disney movie and its sequel. Those movies were 1996's The Hunchback of Notre Dame and its aptly named direct-to-video follow-up, 2002's The Hunchback of Notre Dame 2. Moore played Esmeralda, the beautiful, streetwise gypsy girl who befriended Quasimodo and showed him that his soul was truly beautiful, even if his exterior was not. Melissa McCarthy in The Kid. Now let's move on to the most minor role in this list, from a movie that most people probably haven't heard of. It's 2000's The Kid, which starred Bruce Willis of all people, but a certain Bridesmaids actress also made an appearance in one of her earliest and most obscure movie roles. We're talking about Melissa McCarthy, the hilarious Academy Award-nominated actress whose credits now include the likes of Spy and Ghostbusters, and she played the tiny role of Skywalker Diner waitress long before she regularly had audiences rolling around on the floor with laughter. Oprah Winfrey in The Princess and the Frog. Oprah Winfrey is so strongly associated with her talk shows and business ventures that it's easy to forget that she's actually an extremely talented actress. In fact, as far back as 1985, Winfrey was nominated for the Best Supporting Actress Academy Award for her incredible performance as Sophia Johnson in Steven Spielberg's The Color Purple. She's also voiced a character in a Disney movie, 2009's The Princess and the Frog. Winfrey voiced the mother of the main character, Tiana, in a fairly small role alongside a star-studded cast that included the likes of John Goodman, Terrence Howard, and Frank Welker. Elijah Wood in The Adventures of Huck Finn. Long before he portrayed the iconic Frodo Baggins in the Lord of the Rings trilogy and The Hobbit, Elijah Wood was a child star who made his movie debut as video game boy number 2 in 1989's Back to the Future Part 2. 4 years later, when he was still in his preteen years, he appeared as the lead in a little-known Disney movie. It was 1993's The Adventures of Huck Finn, in which Wood played Finn, the star of Mark Twain's legendary novel. Incidentally, the movie also featured prominent roles from the likes of Robbie Coltrane and Ron Perlman, who you also may not know were in Disney movies. Matthew Broderick in The Lion King. When you think of Simba from 1994's The Lion King, you generally tend to think about the young incarnation of the character, who was voiced by Jonathan Taylor Thomas. And it's easy to forget that Ferris Bueller himself, Matthew Broderick, voiced him as an adult. Another reason that it's very easy to forget that fact is because the 2 sequels in which Simba was an adult for a large portion of the movies, The Lion King 2 Simba's Pride and The Lion King 1.5, were both far less popular offerings that went straight to video upon their releases in 1998 and 2004. Tony Goldwyn in Tarzan. Although Tony Goldwyn isn't exactly a mega famous actor on the level of most individuals on this list, those of you who are familiar with him certainly won't associate him with the Disney character he voiced. You may remember him from his role as the villainous Carl Brunner in Ghost, or as Colonel Bagley in The Last Samurai. But what about when he voiced Disney's Tarzan? No, we didn't think so. But he was indeed the king of the jungle in 1999's Tarzan, in which he performed alongside Minnie Driver and Glenn Close. He didn't voice the character in the 2 direct-to-video follow-ups though. Joseph Gordon-Levitt in Treasure Planet. Most people know that Joseph Gordon-Levitt was a child actor, and will likely remember some of his earlier roles in movies like A River Runs Through It, Angels in the Outfield, and 10 Things I Hate About You. But he's better known for his more recent career and his roles in movies like Inception, The Dark Knight Rises, and Lincoln. Most people don't know that he had a lead role in a Disney flop back in 2002 as well. It was Treasure Planet, a mediocre sci-fi adaptation of Robert Louis Stevenson's adventure novel Treasure Island, and he voiced Jim Hawkins, the protagonist teenager looking for adventure. Christian Bale in Pocahontas. Christian Bale is now mainly known for his dark and serious roles, such as Batman in the Dark Knight trilogy, Patrick Bateman in American Psycho, John Connor in Terminator Salvation, and Trevor Resnick in The Machinist. But back before he was a household name, he had a supporting voice role in a modern Disney classic. The movie in question was 1995's Pocahontas, and a young Bale performed alongside seasoned performers like Mel Gibson and Billy Connolly. He played the part of Thomas, a soldier and the loyal friend of Gibson's John Smith. Thanks for watching our video of 10 famous actors you didn't know were in Disney movies. Did you enjoy the video? Which other actors had roles in Disney movies that most people wouldn't know about? Have your say in the comment section below, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more great videos like this one.